Hi, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am so excited to share my time in Pembrokeshire County, Wales. It's a region I don't hear a ton of solo travelers talk about visiting, probably because it's not a major city and it can be trickier to navigate without a car. However, this area of Wales is known for its beautiful coastline, abundant wildlife, and historic buildings. I am so excited to share this part of my adventure with you, and I hope it inspires you to visit this region of Wales. To get where I was staying in Pembroke Dock, I first took a series of trains from Bath to Pembroke Dock via Cardiff. Don't worry, I did go back to Cardiff, and my time there will come in a couple of videos. Pembroke Dock is a quiet, quaint town in Pembrokeshire and was the perfect place for me to relax and breathe a bit after a hectic few weeks. On my arrival day, I took time to settle in and relax before getting up the next morning to run and do laundry. I then headed into nearby Pembroke to visit the Pembroke Castle. Pembroke Castle was the original family seat of the Earldom of Pembroke. It's the largest privately owned castle in the country. It was originally built in 1093 during the Norman invasion of Wales. A century later, the castle was given by Richard I to William Marshall, who rebuilt the castle in stone, which is most of the structure that remains today. The castle passed through many hands and was used during many wars and battles, but during the 15th and 16th centuries, the castle was a place of peace until the outbreak of the English Civil War. In 1648, at the beginning of the Second Civil War, Pembroke's commander led a royalist uprising. Oliver Cromwell came to Pembroke on the 24th of May, 1648, and took the castle in a 7-week siege. Cromwell ordered the castle to be dismantled, and townspeople were encouraged to take the stone from the fortress and reuse the stone for their own purposes. These stones can still be seen in buildings across town. The castle was abandoned and remained in ruins until 1880, when a 3-year restoration project was undertaken. In 1928, Major General Sir Ivor Phillips acquired the castle and began extensive restoration work. A trust for the castle was set up after his death. The castle is well worth a visit and will take 2 to 3 hours to explore. Admission is £8.50 for adults, and you do not need to book tickets in advance. Throughout the day, there are a number of guided tours that are included with admission. As of the recording of this video, the tour times are 11 a.m., 1 p.m., and 3 p.m., but check the website to confirm this information. I wasn't planning on taking the tour, but it was about to start when I walked inside, so I decided to take it, and I highly recommend it. The tour really provided more history and information that I would have missed out on otherwise. Hello and welcome to Wales, my hair. Hello. So anyway, welcome to Wales. I'm in the Pembrokeshire area. So I'm currently in Pembroke, but I'm staying in Pembroke Dock, which is a short distance away. You can see I am in a car. I rented a car because of some of the things I wanted to do. You can't really get there by public transit, so I rented a car for a few days. It's different because I'm not used to driving on the left side of the road. I actually have a sticky note on the dash, left side, bear left at roundabouts. But yeah, and the steering wheel's on the other side. I do have an automatic car, which at least that's good because as sad as it is, I don't know how to drive a manual. Sorry, someone's coming. Yep, you're gonna come, right? No. Okay. I don't know how to drive a manual, so I had to get an automatic. But if I know how to drive a manual, it would have saved me a few dollars. So anyway, what did I do today? So the car, I was originally supposed to go and get the car. They were supposed to pick me up and then bring me there, but they actually ended up dropping off the car at my Airbnb, which was really nice. And then I did laundry. I was talking to a few people in the laundromat, and actually one of them messaged me on Instagram because we followed each other, and she sent me a map. I think she said her and her husband had put together of different things to do. So I'm gonna take a look at that tonight. But yeah, so today I went to the castle here. I went to the Pembroke Castle and just kind of walked around a little bit of Pembroke after I did my laundry. Now I'm gonna head back to my Airbnb. I have to stop by the store real quick, and then gonna chill out and then figure out what I'm doing the rest of the time I'm here. But welcome. I'm gonna drive. I gotta focus because left, and yeah, welcome to Wales. One thing real quick, I didn't know, but until I got the car, or I was reading last night just some road rules things here, their signs, and correct me if I'm wrong, but on the dash, the speed is in miles per hour, which I thought was really interesting, and the signs are in miles. I don't know, I just thought that was interesting. I had assumed that they would be in kilometers. When I drove in Canada, it was in kilometers, and I feel like everywhere else, but I don't know. Anyway, so we're driving on the left side of the road, but everything's in miles per hour. Look at you. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. The next day I headed to Skomer Island, but I'll have an entire video dedicated to Skomer, so be on the lookout for that video coming very soon. On Saturday, I drove out to explore some of the coastal areas. If you do decide to visit, you will definitely need to rent a car in order to visit these places. There's no public transit options, but trust me, renting the car is well worth it. My first stop was to St. Govan's Chapel. This was recommended to me by a lovely local who I talked with at the local laundromat a few days prior. The chapel is built into the side of a limestone cliff and is only 6.1 by 3.7 meters. Inside the chapel there are 2 chambers. The majority of the chapel was built during the 13th century, although parts of the chapel may date back even further. Legend suggests that St. Govan is buried under the chapel's altar. Under the chapel is a cave system containing a cathedral-like structure. However, it's only accessible by rappelling down the cliff face. The chapel is located within the Castle Martin military training area and will sometimes be closed due to military training exercises. I found a website which lists whether or not there are military exercises on the day I visited, so if I can find it again, I'll link it below. So, I'm not sure if you can hear me, but this kind of reminds me a little, maybe not really, other than the cliffs, but I was going to say the Algarve, but it's actually nothing like it, but it's very pretty out here. In the opposite direction of the chapel, through a gate and down a dirt road, you will come across Huntsman's Leap. It is a deep, narrow, coastal chasm whose name derives from local folklore. It's said that a hunter on horseback jumped from one side to the other. Afterwards, he looked back, and once he saw the gap he had jumped, he died of shock. Whether the story is true or not, it's definitely worth a look. Also, there were a lot of climbers the day I visited, which looked like a lot of fun. Like the chapel, Huntsman's Leap is also located on the same military training area, so make sure it's open to the public before visiting. Then I drove out to Freshwater West. I won't lie, the roads were super narrow and parking was a bit stressful to find, but it was so worth it to visit. The beach is said to have some of the best surfing in Wales and was also the filming location for the 2010 Robin Hood movie and the final 2 Harry Potter movies. The beach was used as the location for Shell Cottage. In talking with my Airbnb host, the cottage was actually built on the beach for the film and then was dismantled after filming. The beach was also used for the scene when Dobby dies. Harry Potter fans have actually erected a memorial grave for Dobby on the beach where people will leave painted rocks and other trinkets. The site has actually come under scrutiny over the past few years as the local wildlife and landscape has been impacted by the items left on the site. The memorial has been left for now, but it is highly encouraged that you don't leave socks, painted rocks, although unpainted rocks from the beach are okay, or other items at the site in order to protect the area. On my final full day, I took the day to relax, walk around, and enjoy my last day in Pembroke Dock. Overall, my time in Pembroke Dock was lovely. I enjoyed being out of a major city for a week and took the time to relax and catch my breath. This area is definitely a gem, and with proper planning, I really encourage other travelers to visit. If you do plan to visit and are looking for a place to stay, message me directly and I will give you the information to the Airbnb I booked because it was amazing. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe for more travel videos. If you'd like to follow my adventures in real time, please give me a follow on Instagram at Katie Sputo and on TikTok at Katie Does Travel. I'll be back soon with a video from Skomer Island, and I promise you do not want to miss it. Thank you again, and remember to wander far and wander often.